Hello everybody, today we're going to interview Maria Sproulle, the author of Max's Marvellous Journey to the Moon and Max and Milky Make It to Mars. This, by the way, is Humphrey.
Well, the first one, Max's Marvellous Journey to the Moon, is aimed at 5 to 8-year-olds, and it's the story of a little boy who's desperate to go to the moon. He wants to get away from everything that's bothering him. So he enlists the aid of his great uncle, Professor Bogle, very weird scientist who's always inventing strange things. And when he blasts off for the moon, inadvertently, he doesn't intend to do that, but Humphrey, the professor's talking cat, is on board, and it's a wonderfully exciting, dangerous journey. On the moon, he meets these amazing, friendly Martians. They persuade him that he lives on the most beautiful planet in the solar system, and they invite him to Mars. And that's the second book, Max and Milky Make It to Mars. It's aimed at 8 to 12-year-olds, and it means that Max finally gets to see his Martian friends. They make it to Mars with Professor Bogle's help, of course. Milky's a little girl that comes along. She's named after the Milky Way. They have to avoid her evil aunt, Dr. Anna, but they discover amazing things on Mars with the Martians, underground cities, learn new skills, which come in very handy when they're avoiding the evil Dr. Anna and her evil crew, and avoid the black hole at the center of our universe. Well, I've always written for nieces, nephews, the children of friends, but when I met Stephen Hawking several years ago, he sparked my interest in science, so I started writing about space. And I volunteer at our local primary school. The children enjoyed the stories, and they've encouraged me to get it published. They kept saying, "Is it published yet?" And they've inspired me a lot. Well, it's amazing how curious children are. They really want to be challenged and they want to know information. So I try to combine science fiction with science fact. I like to entertain as well as possibly educate. I run a book club at the school, and the children there give me very good feedback on what works and what doesn't. Well, by asking questions, I give information. My husband, who plays Professor Bogle, also gives them information about the moon, about Mars, about gravity, asking them things like, how long would it take you to walk to the moon? And then we ask them what they think. We also design spaceships, we build Martians from puzzles, we let them draw, we give them quizzes on the information they've heard, and they get bookmarks if they get the correct answer. My grandmother gave me Grimm's fairy tales, and I love that combination of fantasy, which is what space travel is all about anyway, and the danger and the challenge to the individual. I think it's vital. I read with children at school, and it's amazing to me to see how excited they get when they can work out a word they don't know, when they can realize what the story is about. I think it builds confidence and empathy. It's been very positive. The production values are very high, the quality of the books is amazing, and I've had very good interaction and support from the staff.
Oh, hello! I'm Professor Bogle, and this is my talking cat Humphrey. I designed and built the rockets that took Max and Humphrey to the moon and Max and Milky to Mars. You can read all about it in the books, and when you read the books you'll also learn a lot about science. For example, do you know that the gravity on the moon is 1/6 of that on the Earth. So if you can jump 2 feet high on Earth, you can jump 12 feet high on the moon. That's twice as high as me. Isn't that amazing? And also, the largest volcano in the solar system is on Mars. It's called Olympus Mons, and it's 3 times as high as Mount Everest. So read, learn, and enjoy the trip.